Hello, this is TJ with Piano Clubhouse coming at you with another video. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the left hand and bass notes with the left hand, and kind of segue into doing some praise songs and how praise songs are built. Let me first of all, I'm going to be working in the key of D flat. The left hand is really important when it comes to praise and worship songs or fast praise songs. The left hand really controls the tone of what's going on in the song. And to kind of show that as an example, I'm going to play with my right hand just the D flat triad, D flat, F, A flat. This by itself, playing over and over again, can kind of get really annoying. Even if you kind of adding the left hand with just the bass, with just one monotone note, it's really kind of boring. Even if we kind of add some syncopation, really boring. Not a whole lot to that. So I'm going to kind of just give you an example. I'm going to move my bass around a little bit, do a little bit of work with my left hand, while the only thing I'm going to do with the right hand is just stay on this D flat chord. And hopefully this will kind of illustrate to you the power that you have in your left hand by all that it can do, all that you allow it to do here. Sound like we're playing a song, and I'm just doing one chord here. Let's go to some worship music. That sound familiar? I know it's not in this key, but just giving you an example of how the bass line is really controlling the tones. We're in kind of a worship mode here, kind of in a minor key, B flat minor. It's kind of celestial, kind of real, setting the tone for worship, setting the atmosphere. I'm just keeping one chord here. Now let's lighten it up a little bit. So, of course, that was not a really good song, but I was just demonstrating you how, although it wasn't a complete song, I played this one chord the whole way through, and my left hand was setting the tone for what I was doing. I was going to kind of some worship stuff, to a quick praise and worship music, to some upbeat type stuff. So all the while playing these three notes on the right hand. The left hand is very powerful. And if, say, you're in a church that may not have a bass player, that's actually better for you. You can kind of control the tone and kind of do what you want to here. So let's get into some. I said all of that to lead up to showing you some basic praise and worship tunes and progressions. The left hand is going to be the way that I do it a lot. The left hand controls and runs a lot of it. I'm a bass player by trade. If you haven't heard me say it in some of my other videos, I play the bass primarily, so I know the power of what the left hand should be doing as opposed to the right hand. So let's start with the left hand in D flat. This is a basic gospel run Here are the eight notes of the scale, of course, are D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, and D flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The walk up is just 1, 3, 4. I'll call out the notes. D flat, F, G flat, G, A flat, B flat, then go up chromatically, B, C, D flat, and when you turn it around, go back to the F, back to the third. Okay, I'll trick it up in a little bit, but we'll start with that. With your left hand, practice with those runs. And you can kind of hit this A flat to kind of fill in some of that dead space. I'm hitting this E flat here. With your right hand, and this is kind of a good exercise, with your right hand, just do the 2-5-1 for right now. E flat, A flat, D flat. So the right hand, again, this is just kind of an exercise you can do to kind of get your hands used to working independently and running independently. Run that left hand bass while your right hand is hitting 2-5-1. And if you want to start out just by holding the chord, and when you get used to it, then you can start syncopating the right hand. Now the left hand, when it's running, the line I showed you.